left-hand drawer.
Top left-hand drawer.
Goldy's drawer.
Okay. So,
Have you heard anything about her?
well, let's get on to mail call. One thing at a time. Scrambling. Wait a minute.
Before we get online.
We are online.
Oh, we are.
Yes, so. Okay, so we'll put this over here.
Okay. Get this out of here then.
See how that looks. Okay, that's not gonna really be, that's gonna be falling over. What other things do we, oh, here we go. We can use this thing. This is on wheels. It's a wiggly little thing, but okay. And I'll move Wanda over here. Wanda's gonna do mail call with me today. It's just you and Wanda.
What about you?
I'm coming. Okay, so see if I can turn this just a little bit. Go in just a little bit. Alrighty. Oh my goodness. All right, get up, Wanda. No, go over there, someplace else. All right. Hello, everyone. You wonder why I'm here today doing mail call instead of Elizabeth? Can everyone see me okay? Yeah. Can you turn up the heat, Mom? I don't think you can get any hotter in here. So, we've had another exciting day here, Crazy Acres, Goldy's farm. Well, I'm just getting over to where I can see this thing. Give me a second. Okay, so I go here, there, there. I should be able to read the questions. Okay, there we go. 16 questions already. Or no, 16. All right, the real camera angle, not the flip thing. Thanks. I guess I did the camera thing right.
Okay.
All right, so everybody's all here. So this morning, I had a plan to come and do some work with Elizabeth on donkeys, and she wasn't feeling well. So I somehow, because we're such experts at hospital cafeterias, she's like, well, my arm really hurts. I got I think I pulled a muscle, and maybe it's this, because she had some chest pain. And we had gone to the doctor. I had taken her to a doctor's appointment the day before, and all I know, and she announced this during mail call, she went into a room to do, all she had to do was a stress test, and I guess she failed it, because they told her to get off the machine and go lie down. So, and we joked about the fact that every time I get my blood pressure, she has high blood pressure, I have low blood pressure, and we joked about the fact that any time anyone takes my blood pressure, they ask me if I want a cracker and send me to go lie down. So, anyways, she failed her test, her stress test. We joked about it the whole way home. Had a lovely dinner or meal at the Salem cafeteria. And then today she wasn't feeling well. She was nervous about her arm and her chest pain. So I was like, you know what? Let's go to Leahy. We'll go to the ER at Leahy. She hadn't heard back from her doctor. The tests were still outstanding. Hadn't come back. So we decided to go to Leahy, but then her insurance didn't go. So we're trying the new cafeteria at Beverly Hospital. So we went to Beverly Hospital, had a lovely morning that turned into the afternoon at the ER, and wouldn't you know, they admitted her. So she is now at Beverly Hospital. I don't know what they're serving for dinner at Beverly Hospital, but Nick and her children have gone. I had to leave at 1 o'clock because we had an afternoon at Pilgrims. So Carlene and I went to Pilgrims. Judy was here this morning. And Elizabeth.
It was very successful, Pilgrim.
God, there's a lot of people. But so Elizabeth, just to finish the update on Elizabeth, whatever she has, it seems we caught it early. So they're doing a few more tests, and prognosis is good. So
I wonder if that's like all these veterinarian tests that I object to.
no, I think
Like once you get a hold of, let's test them for everything.
well, I think it's in her case is probably good because you don't fool around with heart. And they said her heart is in good condition, but there's things that are brewing that
It's that word, but.
It's the butt that they're testing for her for all that stuff.
Yeah.
I know one thing about the leg of, between when the results come in for her test that the stress test and stuff that, people, she could drop dead of a heart attack while they're waiting for the test to be done. So that's why I convinced her to go, that and the onion rings, to go to the emergency room today. So that's good. So she is now going to be spending the night in the emergency, in the Beverly Hospital.
But her family's with her.
Yep. So that's all good. And hopefully she will be back and they'll call her tomorrow.
And you're gonna be covering Meredith until she gets back.
I just came from Meredith, and everything, well, we go through now doing I like to let them out to roam around, so they're all roaming around. We just had a big tree fall down in the yard. Many people probably saw that in the yard camera. Some people might have been watching. Huge tree. A branch came down.
That's amazing.
But it was not a branch that was anywhere near a house, because we've cut down most of the branches. So that was a pretty
It
big
would have
shock.
killed us.
If you were standing underneath it. My truck was 20 feet from it, because I was unloading. And the goats were not in the way, so it's all good. It's all good. I cleaned it up already. And yeah, so
And on to the next problem.
on to the next problem. So, I don't know if Elizabeth is actually watching the call. Nick is watching the call, so that's good. You guys, Nick is with Elizabeth, and someone just commented that your hair looks nice today. Did you put your curlers in today?
No, I combed it.
You know where your curlers are?
In your car.
In my truck.
I took them out when I was going somewhere.
And when you were taking them out, I'm like, those curlers are going to be on the dashboard of my truck for like 6 months. I just know
Probably.
it.
Especially since I just bought some more curlers.
Yeah, they'll be sitting.
Because I can't find the one I have.
Okay, so when you run out in 6 months, I have some in the truck.
Okay.
And so then we went to Pilgrims today, and got stuck in a little bit of traffic. I was running around trying to get from Beverly Hospital back here loaded and back to Pilgrims.
And we ran
in
into
an
school
hour.
traffic.
And we ran into some school traffic. It was a really aggressive plan anyways.
They get those people lined up sitting there.
We walked in the door and they're like, we are so excited to have you there. And there were, how many people do you think were there?
Carlene counted them with the help. It was 60.
Yeah, okay. So that was my guess was like at least 50.
Yeah.
So it was like, I'm glad we walked in there we took all 5 dogs. We had Carl, Larky, Sizzle, Penny, and Wanda. And I mean, we went around and they all fed, and we needed all 5 dogs.
We needed all 5 dogs. I have found that dogs do not understand size of trees. A small tree is just as effective as a big tree. And I think we ought to break those bones in half, because I think it's too much for Wanda to eat.
Wanda's been eating too many treats her entire life, so I would not worry about Wanda.
I'm worried about bulk and bloat and stuff like that.
Well, if that was the case, it would have killed her a long time ago. That's what I'm saying. She's been doing this.
She's eaten an awful lot of them.
I know, she does. And I've worried about that in the past, but it does not seem to make her sick at all in any way.
All I'm going to do is break all those things in half.
Because no, you can't. She'll eat twice as many. So really, like Wanda's.
I don't think they do.
She steals treats. She's supposed to get 1 treat. Sometimes Larky gets 2. She just bullies them out of the way. So you're not going to be able to get a half a treat in there for Wanda. Yeah, I mean,
We ought to
Curly
do
broke
that.
up a bunch.
We ought to do that experiment to see whether the
Okay.
size.
Well, let's do that. As soon as we figure out why that chicken pooped in the same square twice, then we can have a new hypothesis. So the hypothesis now is that the dogs can't discern between a little. That's a good test, and that'll be tomorrow's mail call. So yeah. So a little bit shorthanded today too, because it was at 2 o'clock. Usually they're at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we have Judy there. So
Yeah.
it was a little. Fortunately, nobody had any accidents, but it was good. It was good. And we left,
I prefer that morning thing.
yeah, we left.
Two is my afternoon nap, but, you know.
I'm not going to say it's my afternoon nap, because yesterday people said fruit didn't fall from the tree or something about how similar we were, but yeah, it's my nap time too. So that's all we did. Tomorrow we've got another, I don't even know, is it 10 o'clock or no?
I changed the camera, the calendar.
The calendar? Oh, yeah, I know we have a job tomorrow, I don't know where it is. It might be in like Wakefield or Woburn.
I don't know. I have to read it.
Yeah.
You don't have to know where we're going until 9 o'clock tomorrow?
No, usually I look when I get home and I go on to catch up with the day's events. Then I send out the email of where everybody needs to be. So we're living one day at a time around here.
Boy,
So
that's the truth. Ain't that the truth?
and I'm trying to think of more planning on the Donkey Derby. So we're good there.
Calendar, the shirts and stuff.
Haven't done anything about, the guy will, he will send me a, there is a box that came in, yes, there is a box here.
What happened?
Someone's asking about the 2 boxes of cookies for the dogs, and it's probably right here. Fernanda? Yeah, we have a box. I didn't get the mail at the end of the mailbox, in that driveway, I forgot. I think this is from Fernanda. I have to say, Elizabeth has ordered quite a lot of, yeah. There we go.
Hell, I gotta open it now, right?
Yeah, where's the 9th thing?
Well, it's on in my hand. She puts it back in that same drawer usually.
There's scissors right here.
It's in the same drawer.
Yep. Oh, boy, I'm just exhausted today. Fugit and I drove right by the mailbox. I forgot to get the mail, so there probably is mail, but let's just face it, I'm no Elizabeth. So, I got the boxes.
We got the box. We got it in the box.
Oh yeah, that's what we need though.
That's what we need.
Yeah, that's what we need.
We got
It's amazing how quickly we go through these things.
And you know, we're gonna start saving these bottles. These nice bottles.
Okay, another old lady comment, yes, I recycle them, but yes.
Here's a, no, you won't.
Okay, I have a head count, it's in my phone of, who is coming on the 19th. If people need to start I have a list of about 40 people for the 19th. Someone's asking about the 19th. And it's gonna be 2 o'clock, we're gonna have like a donkey clinic. We're gonna,
On Friday?
on Saturday, yeah, we're gonna let all the donkeys out and try to figure out how we're gonna,
We'll catch them.
how we're gonna get them to run. So it'll be, and we have Brad and Amber from Colorado who are gonna be talking about pack bar racing. And then at 4 o'clock we're having dinner. So if people are coming from the Goldy's Warriors are coming, make sure you reach out to either me or Elizabeth and let us know that you were coming so we can include you in head count. It's a complimentary dinner thanks to Betty, who hopefully she's coming as well, because she's on my list. There's also a bottle of Shoshin coming on Saturday, fantastic. Because we were down to our last bottle. And,
Excuse me, but what's happened to the vet over here? My 2 Great Danes are now off. Oh, no, they're not. One's still there.
yeah,
This
well,
one's trying to get back on.
Wanda, come, she doesn't, over there, go someplace else. You can go lay down, because Wanda kicks up all the Great Danes off the fence. Come on, get up here.
Penny, go lie down.
And Carl's outside.
Girls at the door.
Yeah. Yes, Carl's at the door. And, yes, things are coming along. Yay. And Judy's back, which is good.
Judy's back tomorrow morning.
Yep.
That'd be Thursday. Is that Thursday?
Tomorrow's Friday, all day.
Okay, so then she's off for Saturday and Sunday. We have 2 more days off.
Yeah. Yeah. When do I get a day off?
I don't know.
That would be nice. Yeah, I guess I'd have to have a job to have a day off.
You had
Yeah.
60 years, we'll work it up with this stuff.
And, we can put this on the floor now.
We can?
Yeah,
We know what's wrong?
that's your job. Well, just hold on a second. I believe. Stop touching me with your cold nose, Wanda.
I don't see a label. There it is, there's the label.
Yeah. Fernanda.
Right there, it says, there it is. I can't, it's upside down.
Susan.
Who?
Susan. Move your fingers on it.
That one?
Aguilari? Is that the same?
Oh, Susan.
Yeah, she's
Right
here
here.
too. Thank you, Susan.
Oh,
She's
there
watching.
we go.
Yeah.
Okay, we got it.
Yes, so, that's fantastic.
Those are great. That's what we're using.
Yep, yeah. We go through
A lot.
a lot. And she wants to cut them in half. Yeah, go through a lot. So, there's a box of cookies someplace. Yeah. Yeah, so Elizabeth will have to sort through all of that when she gets back. She will probably be back tomorrow. But I'm just a stand-in. I'm the brawn. Elizabeth is actually the brain, so.
Elizabeth
She's
does
organized.
have an awful lot in her head.
Yeah, she's organized. So really, like, I take direction from Elizabeth, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, she knows what's,
And she remembers things.
it's like to stop at the mailbox. I just drove by the mailbox. I remembered to bring the recycling down, so, yeah.
Can't remember everything all at once.
Oh, someone's asking what happened to Elizabeth. Elizabeth is fine. She's just undergoing tests for some chest pain stuff. But I think that she will be fine because whatever she has was caught early. She seemed to think that when I talked to her earlier, one box of cookies from Amazon and a white box from the U.S. Postal to Carlene. Has it arrived? Yeah, it's probably down at the end of the driveway, which I will go and get tomorrow because I'm going to cut. Okay, she's people. Yeah. How is my house? Someone asked. My house in Aiken is fine. We had 4 trees down, or I had 4 trees down. None of them hit the houses or the fence. Seems to be doing fine. It's yeah, so it's good. I don't know what I'm going to do with it because I don't know if I'm ever going to see it again at this rate because with everything going on here in Massachusetts, yeah, don't know when I am going to try to get down there in November because I've got to bring some stuff down there. So yeah, I'm going to try to drive once my car. What a year, boy! Like I don't have this house I'm not in, and my car got damaged, and they literally, since my car got hit in August, and it's still not back. It's still in the shop. So I don't know if I'm ever going to see my car again at this point. And that car is really like, I wanted it to stay down in Aiken so I could just go there and then come back, but the car ended up here.
And the car is big enough so you can sleep in it if you had to.
I don't sleep in cars, but yeah, I could. If one were to sleep in a car,
Yes.
I would not. I mean, there's nothing wrong with
If
sleeping
that
in
was
a
the
car.
only place that was warm and dry, I'll bet you'd sleep in that car.
I'm sure I would. Yeah,
Yeah, there
I'm
you
sure
go.
I would. Yep. I have no problem with that. But I don't know why. Yeah, I've slept in the trailer. I like the trailer. The trailer's rather nice. Okay, Mom, that has the thing on it. You do realize you just moved the camera.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll put it
Yeah,
back.
Okay, so this is what it's like around here. Okay, the camera's going back.
They're back.
Now, I dropped it.
No, it dropped on the floor.
Get down, Wanda. Okay, welcome to Mail Call, people. No, there we go. We're back. Okay, so what part of, yep, there she is. Okay, so we're rolling this back again. Okay, don't touch anything, okay? Just sit there and behave.
Okay, well, this is what I wanted to give you.
A broken lead rope, thank you. I will take the brass scratch.
Take the whole thing for that baby donkey. So you don't go gray on the side of his face all the time. This is a tiny little Negro.
So that goes on his halter?
Just let it hang. You know, they use things like that with foals, so you don't catch the hairs.
On his nose, okay. Thank you, I appreciate that. That will go on him next time, okay?
I thought that was very attractive. We had to cut it off because you didn't like the ring or something. We had some brands you didn't like.
Those are the, I like those ones. These little ones, which I'm not even gonna touch.
Well, if any break, just give me the whole rope back. I'll cut it and respice it.
Okay, yeah.
But this is a foal. This is for baby horses.
What happened to the rest?
I
Did you
cut
make?
the rest of it off.
You just cut it
I probably put a snap on it or something.
off. Okay, all right, good. Yep, all right. So that'll go with us on the next one. Yeah, because I have to say that little Angus he's a handful. He kicked at me yesterday because I wouldn't share my bucket full of rocks. That's a mule. I wouldn't. I had a bucket full of rocks. I said this yesterday in mail call, but I had a bucket full of rocks, and he was so fascinated with it, and he wanted to eat out of it. He couldn't figure out why there wasn't any grain in it, and then he figured out I was the problem. So he walked by and just like kicked at me, and I was like, no, I chased him away, really mad. And then today he walked it. He came down that hallway, like what they always say. He's coming in hot. He was prancing and went running into the room. And it was so full of people. It was hot in there, and he just was like ready to run around. That's why I had to keep grabbing him, was because he wanted to run around in the room. It's not a playtime. So who was your visitor this afternoon? Oh, she had PT. Was here. Yeah. And what did you guys do?
No, basically, I've got to push it till I'm tired. You kids, I don't like to get tired, so I don't do it.
Get somebody else to do it.
Stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down.
Yeah.
I pointed out to him that when you have a urinary tract infection, you do that.
You get a lot of exercise?
You got to get up and go to bed and come back down. Get up and go to bed, you know?
How's Flower? I don't know what's going on with Flower. I know she's pregnant, but she does not seem to be progressing to the point where we should be watching her. She's certainly fat enough, but she's the progress has kind of slowed a little bit, or the enthusiasm, because she's not. Usually they will start to bag up and show signs. That's not happening. So it is not within 2 weeks. I can say that.
Without coal tomorrow. Just because you said that.
Yes. And then we moved the big guy, Arthur, and Charlie in the back.
Right, when are you taking the one out here that we don't like?
Who do we like?
Well, there are two of them that fight.
Oh yeah, we separated them. That's Charlie and Clark were fighting, or Frank. Yeah, Charlie was the instigator.
You put it over in the
Yeah, well, Charlie and Arthur are buddies,
Yeah.
and they were friends over at Meredith, and then we brought them over here. And integrating packs of horses or donkeys never goes well. But the difference between integrating horses and donkeys is that horses will often do like permanent damage to each other. Donkeys, they just kind of tussle around. They might bite each other and have a bite mark
Bite
on
and
them.
hang on.
Yeah, but I've never had one donkey kill another donkey or injure any. I've never had one donkey.
Tear that hide.
Yeah, they're really like donkeys have a really heavy hide, but I've never had a donkey do any permanent damage to any other donkey or horse or anything. I've had horses, a lot of them do they can really damage each other. The only donkey that I've ever seen really do damage is that donkey that bit you and brought her down. A little tiny miniature donkey jumped up and pummeled her down in a manure pile on a
Yeah,
rainy day.
I remember that.
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever seen a donkey really get killed.
And it hung on,
And it pushed her down.
pushed me back, tucked his bad leg back, just
Yeah.
pushed me
Yeah.
right back in the door. And I was screaming, and my husband thought that was normal noise. You know, see, luckily Janine heard me.
Well, she was out, it was in the barn, I know we've told the story before, but it was in the barn, and where, what we did was, we just threw every stall had a window that you opened and threw the manure out the window, and then the tractor came along and picked up all the manure from all the stalls, upside, the back. So but we hadn't collected the manure in a while, and it was pouring down rain, so, I heard the screaming as I'm throwing the manure out the window, and I went over to the window to look out, and you were pushed into the manure up to about here, the water and the
It was
manure,
awful.
by this donkey. So, even when I handle a jack, I always remember that story.
Oh, yeah.
That was a nice donkey till he wasn't, so, a lot of the donkeys that we have, that makes me always a little suspect. But, in general, donkeys are awesome. So, any
You'll
other?
find more nasty people that bite than donkeys.
Yes, I'm more afraid of people than I am animals, that's for sure. So, any other questions that we have other than the update on Elizabeth is she'll hopefully be back tomorrow, we'll keep you updated.
You probably got it.
She's sitting there with her phone, so you can reach out to her, and, I know Nick's watching, so, we'll make sure, we take good care of Elizabeth, because she is the glue that holds between Elizabeth and Judy and Carly, we all are the glue, so there can be no weak link.
There's a lot of glue around here.
Yeah, there's a lot to do. So there can be no weak link, but we'll keep you updated, and I'm sure she'll be posting stuff from her hospital, because she appears perfectly healthy if you look at her. So, okay, I think that's all for today.
Okay.
I've got more horses to feed and things to do, and I'm sure everybody's anxious to do anything, and she's gonna start coughing. We're gonna have to go to the emergency room with you later.
That weird cough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see everyone
Some other time.
some other time, more like tomorrow's Friday. So. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining us. Sorry I'm not as entertaining as Elizabeth, but all right.
Why is that?
I'm gonna shut it off now. Okay.